Welcome back to Wolf Outdoors. Today we're going to try to do a little bit of fishing. Our target species today is going to be bass, perch, and bluegill. So, wish us good luck, and we'll see y'all with some fish. This is spot number one that we're going to try to hit at today. That's my son over there. And this has been a little surprise find for us. This is going to be a few bass, small bass are going to be here. And we've caught a little bit in the last couple of weeks. And so we're going to see what we can do with this. All right, first spot that we went to right behind me, it was a no-go. Fish ain't really biting today. Fishing's supposed to be pretty excellent, but not at this pond. We ain't having it. We're going to be moving on to the next pond, and that pond has a little bit more of the species we want. Now, it has some larger bass in this pond right behind me, and it also has some perch and some brim. So we're going to be trying to fish mainly for some brim with some different types of lures, different types of bait. And when you see me next time, you're going to see some bait flying in the water. All right, we just rolled up to the next slot that I just told y'all about, and we had to make a move. It was just no bites were happening. And so right behind me right here is where we're about to start trying to catch some nice sized bass, my son mainly, and my daughter and I, we're going to be trying to hook up on some bluegill. Now we're going to be using different types of baits just to see actually what works out here. And we're going to be using some Slim Jims cut up into small pieces. We're going to be using some bread with peanut butter. We're also going to be using some power bait. It's going to be designed for bluegill and catfish and perch, and then we're going to be using some worms that we dug up from the yard. So let's give it a shot. All right, this is going to be the first bait. This is what my daughter's choosing. She's wanting to use some of the Slim Jims. So we're cutting them into small bite-sized pieces so we can fit it on our hooks, which we have right here. And I know this is a rather small hook, but this is what gets it done out here. And as you can see, we got everything hooked up the same way with a small split shot and a little cork. And that's how we're going to have all four poles set up. So, wish us luck. All right, for the next bait we're going to be using, I was mistaken. It is not what I called it. This is magic bait, actually designed for bluegill. So on this one, we're going to actually hook it up, and that's going to be our secondary bait. All right, for our third bait, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding some just a little bit of bread, and then we're going to take this peanut butter right here. We're going to grab just a small bit with our finger. Now this is what's going to hold the bread together and hold it on the hook. Now you want to mash it up real good and allow it to basically become a good solid ball. And then what we're going to do right here is we're going to take this small hook and we're going to put it right in the center of it and pretty much bury it. Then once we do that, we're going to take a little bit more peanut butter. We're going to add it to the outside and coat it. All right, you can stop it. All right, pond 2 didn't work out either. We didn't have hardly any other bites. I got a perch to nibble and a little bluegill to nibble, but they didn't ever take the bait. So we're going to move on to another site. Now we're hopefully going to try to hopefully it works out for us later on after lunch. But then if that doesn't pan out, our other option is to try to throw some lead at a deer's way. One way or another, we're going to do our best to try to make sure that we get some meat in the freezer. But one thing that I did not do earlier this week, 2 days ago, I went hunting and I busted a huge 8-point, and I didn't get it on camera. I actually went hunting, not expecting anything to happen. I was just wanting to get away, not have to worry about anything. But that was the day that I killed the 8-point. This is a picture of him. He's a nice deer. He probably weighed around 130, 140 pounds. That's pretty nice around central Mississippi. But he was a nice sized deer. Also, we I've already processed him. I skinned him out and waiting for the meat to age a little bit before I take him to the processor. But yeah, we still got plans for today, and we're gonna see you on the other side. All right, we had to make another change, and this is going to be the third pond. I stopped and dropped my kids off. I was going to eat lunch real quick, and so I was going to try this pond out before we move to the next pond. And earlier audio, forgive me, I did not have my microphone on, so I imagine it picked up a lot of different noise. So we're going to try this spot out and see what we can do. And we know we got some perch in this pond. We released one bass, but honestly I have no idea what else is in this pond. So we're going to try out a few things. I'm going to put some of the that magic bait on 2 different rods and see if it'll pick it up. I'm going to try some Slim Jims. I'm going to just try using some beetle spins, and we'll see what happens. Hole 1 going in the water. Alright, with pole number 2, what I'm wanting to do is I'm trying to just get some different scent in the water. So I've got the magic bait and I got a piece of Slim Jim. I just trying to get these fish fired up so they can be smelling something, and we're going to see what we can get into. Alright, so the fishing was a no-go today. It absolutely was horrendous. Whether we thought was supposed to have some good fishing weather, but no, it was overcast all day long and we just wasn't able to hit anything. So right now what we're going to do, since it's a little late, we're not going to go hunting today. So I'm going to be checking the trail cams and see exactly what we have for us on the SD cards. And pretty much had to do this because I had to get out of the house. It got a little chaotic, and so me and my wife were out here walking around in the woods, and she's already let me know she does not want to be part of the video. So this is going to wrap up today's little excursion into the woods, into God's creation. Fishing didn't pan out, but we're going to check and see what the hunting's doing. So, until I see y'all again, let's get some meat in the freezer.